Hi, I'm Michael and this is my trusty assistant Daniel. We're from the Cygnet Sports Centre and today we're going to run you through 3 5-minute workouts that you can do from the comfort of your own home or your own office. These literally take a few minutes, 3 times a day, or can be combined together to make one full 15-minute workout. First of all, I'm going to get Daniel to warm up. Please make sure you're hydrated well, you have a comfortable spot, plenty of room. Around about 4 metres squared is a great area to do this in. Okay, Daniel, can we just get in some basic body movement warm-ups? Sure. To start with, what we're going to get Daniel to do is just to get the breathing pattern right to start with. Very important to make sure the oxygen is flowing through the body. So good inhalations into the lungs, deep into the diaphragm, to be centred, to be balanced, and be ready for his workout for the next 5 minutes. Once he's continued 3 to 4 good deep breaths into the diaphragm, it's going to get Daniel to roll down into a full plank position, running his hands out onto the mat, continuing to breathe and get himself into a push-up position. From here, Daniel's going to slowly bend at the elbows, keeping the chest open, shoulder blades well and truly supported, core on, and just lower to the mat. From there, he's going to extend the upper body through the cervical spine area, just to open up the back and good breathing. From here, he's going to get back into push-up position, bring the feet in and under him, and again, just making sure we're breathing and balanced. Can't really go wrong here, making sure we're supported through the body. And then he's going to rise to his feet. Continue breathing. And now he's ready to start his first workout. To start with, what we're going to do, we're going to get Daniel into the sit-up position. And we're just going to warm up the core. So once Daniel was into the sit-up position, all we're going to do is to concentrate on making sure that the body is well aligned. And without getting too scientific or too in tune with ourselves here, we want to make sure that we're doing things properly. So Daniel's going to really engage his core strength, breathe deeply into the diaphragm, make sure the back of the bottom of the ribs around the thoracic spine area heavily onto the mat, and making sure his head is aligned, jaw is nice and comfortable, thorax, no pressure, no tension. And this looks great. So you can see Daniel, everyone has got different body composition. Daniel's in a really good area here to do this. All he's going to do is just to rise into a basic crunch, and that's all you need to concentrate on. Up, nice and slow, Daniel. Let's do this to all fitness levels at home. Very good. And you can see he's really articulated in his body movement. Really good. And the main thing about this, it doesn't really matter how quickly you do this. Sometimes slower is better. So really engaging them deeper core strength muscles. And even if you can't get to the high pressure where Daniel is, he's an extremely high level athlete, sometimes even just the compression or the contraction of them core strength muscles as you come up with that deeper debriefing that we did to start with can be quite sufficient for your workout to any fitness level. Very good. Now, depending on where you are, we're just going to get the legs in moving, and it's really good. You've got major arteries straight through the front of the top of them femur bones on the thighs, so we want to make sure that the legs are good. So Daniel can bring his knees up to 45 degrees there, please, mate. Yep, and feet on the ground. All we're going to do is just like riding a bike, one knee up, again using your core strength muscles to that tabletop position. Very good. Can we do one at a time there, please, Daniel, to the warm-up demonstration for those at home? Yep, and just keep that knee at 45, please, mate. Good, till we get to the tabletop position. Into here, good, very good. And then rise from this one using that core strength muscle, good. And from here now, mate, I'll just get you to extend one leg out at a time while keeping the other one in that 45 position. Very good. And inhalation, just on your normal breath pattern, just alternate those legs. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, a couple of those are quite sufficient. If you wanted to get your legs out further in front now for those who are a little bit more advanced with their core strength, holding up there for another 5 or 6 breaths. Again, deep into the diaphragm is what we're after here. Very good. And to add on again, Daniel, can I get your hands out to the side and can you come up into a chest lift there to get into the 100s position? Good. And just keep them lats engaged down low. Well done. Very good. Fantastic, Daniel. Good. Now we can get you over into your push-up position, please, Dan. Very good. We're just going to get into 10 push-ups. Now Daniel's hinging at the 2 major points for his in this position. So at the toes, his heels are behind his toes, his body's really, really well straight. And again, Daniel's been doing this for a long time, so he's pretty well skilled and experienced. But even at home, just as long as your hands are somewhere under your shoulder and you're hinging from your joints and there's not too much bending through the body, we want to try and keep the core strong. And when I say core, that's everything from your lower lumbar supportive system through your diaphragm for the breathing, again through to your front of your abdominals, obliques and everything. So, you know, really making sure that you're doing a great job. Well done, Dan. For those at home who probably, you know, could struggle with doing that amount of push-ups, even like if you had something like this punching bag or you had a foam roller or another piece of towel wrapped up, you could even hinge at the knees. And the main thing, it doesn't matter where your hinging point is, just as long as you're imagining if I had dropped a broomstick or something across the top of Daniel, the head's in line with the spine there going down to the tailbone, okay? So great demonstration again, Dan, on that different method. Well done. Fantastic. Very good. Okay, then what we do, Daniel rises to his feet. I'm going to start to engage some leg work. So basically all we want to do when we're doing a leg work, we might get to do a side-on profile for this one, Dan, so I can demonstrate the correct method for those at home that are not experienced in this. So all we're going to do is when we're doing this squat is to make sure that when we're squatting, thinking of our body as a whole as one length. So we're going back, see how the knees are not going past the toes, so you're really extending back. Good core control as you're coming up. A fantastic demonstration. And Daniel, as I said, is really advanced, so he's going down a long way. For those at home, you probably wouldn't want to go too far through to here, like keep the knees, relatively at 90 degrees. We wouldn't want to go too far down below there. And you can also do this on the back of a chair. If you had an armchair at home, you could put your hands onto the armchair and do that as well. And Daniel's going to go for another demonstration here. Or you can just pretend you're sitting onto a chair, which is fantastic. And Daniel's doing a few of his dips there at the moment. Fantastic. Well done, Dan. We like throwing over to some different things like that. That's great. But yeah, if you can get my gist when you're doing that, anything, keep your hands in front to give you some better support. And then from there as well, just some forward lunges. So just coming forward into a forward lunge and then back to the starting point and just alternate legs. Fantastic. So these main group of muscles are good ones you can do at home, and they don't take a lot of effort and they don't take a lot of work. There is millions and millions of apps out there from professional fitness trainers all around the world that can show you different variations. But before you get into that, just make sure that you're well in tune with your body and you really know what you're doing. But this is stage one of a warm-up activity that you can do, as I said, at your home or in your own office. Well done, Dan. Good demonstrations. Fantastic.